Brainbox.
What's the weirdest / scariest thing you've ever seen when at somebody else's house? When I was 12, I had a friend that owned several hamsters. Always like 6+ at a time. The house smelled horrible. Anyway, I spent the night one night and got up to get water at around midnight. I opened the freezer to get ice, and it was filled with hamster carcasses. Like almost 2 dozen. I practically threw up. I never brought it up, and I never spent the night again. She moved away a couple of months later. I was at a pretty big sleepover in elementary school. Think 15 to 20 10-year-old girls, and we were all pretty much asleep when the host's parents started getting into an argument in the other room. It got more and more heated until the dad literally grabbed the mom by the throat and held her above the ground while choking and screaming at her. I grabbed their house phone and got picked up immediately because I could not handle being there after that. I know a few other girls who were still awake ended up leaving too. Went to her house for the first time and realized that all the hung frames in her house still had the stock images in them. I was 9 and my sister was 11. We were at my aunt's house staying the night. She had a weird ass husband. He made us promise not tell our mom. He brought this huge pink floppy dildo thing out of the closet and chased us around. We told and never stayed the night again. Aunt divorced him later 10 years later, said uncle is in prison for child pornography and seducing school kids. I was having a sleepover at my friend's house, and when we decided to sleep, I lay down in my sleeping bag. I looked up and there was a massive hole in the roof, in the middle of the living room. Not me, but my parents have told me this one. When they were first house shopping they ended up checking out this really nice house in the city. Real estate agent is showing them around the place and they get to a little side room. The agent is showing them around, and my mom happens to glance into the adjacent living room. Right above the fireplace was a massive portrait of Adolf Hitler. The real estate agent was just like, oh yeah, that, and said it belonged to the previous owner. They didn't elaborate further. When I was about 11, I watched a friend's mom push her disabled daughter down the basement steps. Yes, it was reported. No, she no longer has custody. I used to be babysat by a woman who would beat her own children with jump ropes in front of us. I can still picture this clear as day today. She also felt that cartoons, including Rugrats, were too violent, so her children weren't allowed to watch them. We saw a lot of PBS painting and art shows in my time over there. I went to a mutual friend's house for a couple of drinks with a gay friend of mine. Homona lived with his 2 brothers. Him and my gay friend ended up hooking up, and his brothers caught them. Before I knew what was happening, they busted his bedroom door down and attacked him with glass bottles. We had to take him to the They went to jail. He got stitches and has a bunch of scars on his face now. I got a black eye out of it. The family kept jugs of pee in the fridge. They would drink each other's pee like water. For its benefits. My friend's mom put her dildo in the dishwasher with all the other plates / forks / spoons. An auxiliary freezer in the basement with about 20 cake boxes. A dead, frozen pet cat was in each one. A little girl I was babysitting took me into her mom's room, pulled open the bottom drawer of her dresser and said, "These are mama's toys." I don't know if she thought that because I was a grown-up, late teens, I needed to play with grown-up toys, but the whole drawer was filled with some hardcore kinky shit. No lingerie, just every manner of dildo, vibrator, ball gag, paddle, etc. I was seriously creeped out. I never babysat for that couple again, in case they had babysitter fantasies. Nope and hell no.